Estamos en el capítulo 4, los pasatiempos. ¿Qué son los pasatiempos? Pastimes. So what do you need to know from this chapter? There are 3 things that we are going to cover in this chapter. Number 1, present tense of ir. Remember, ir is to, that's right, it means to go. The verb ir, to go. It's important that you know it, you need to conjugate it, and when to use it. The next thing that we're going to check is stem changing verbs. Stem changing verbs are verbs that are not regular. But I know you already knew that because you've been watching the videos. You've been doing your online homework and you've been reading the book. ¿Sí? Muy bien. Okay. Stem changing verbs, there's 3 kinds. E to I, O to U, and E to IE. Remember that these verbs are special. They are in your book. They are irregular, and the only way to know them is to memorize them. See? But if you practice, I know you can do it. All right. So, before we move on with the stem changing verbs, there's something I want to tell you. Make sure that you look and when you conjugate these verbs. Remember that the nosotros and vosotros become regular when you're conjugating stem changing verbs. And you say, what do I mean? Well, here we go. For example, the verb entender, which means to what? To understand. See? Entender. How do we conjugate entender? Entender is one of those verbs that is irregular. It changes from E to IE. And you say, well, how do I know that? It's in the book. Muy bien. When you're conjugating, look at the verb. Entiendo. You see here? I put it in a different color so you could see it. Yo entiendo. Tú entiendes. Él entiende. Look what happens when we get to nosotros. It becomes regular again. Entendemos. Entendéis. And then it becomes irregular again. Entienden. See? Don't forget. Es muy importante. Okay. Moving on. The last thing that we're going to see is irregular yo form verbs. You've seen some of those in the previous chapter. They become irregular only in the yo form. Just remember, let's do the verb hacer, which means to do or make. Hacer, when you conjugate it in the yo form, it's going to be yo hago. This is the only time that it will change to go. After that, it becomes normal again. So it will be yo hago, tú haces, él hace, nosotros hacemos, vosotros hacéis, ellos hacen. ¿Está bien? Are you studying? Taking notes? Doing your online homework? Muy bien. I'll see you in chapter 5.